Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to our webinar. If you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up, please. Fantastic. Great stuff. Okay, I hope you guys are doing well, and it doesn't feel like a week. It doesn't feel like a week went past since we last met, but I keep saying that, right? It is truly incredible how the time flies. I hope you guys had a good week. I hope you had a productive week. I hope you are flying with your studies and thoroughly enjoying it. I spoke to a student the other day. She was studying a degree through UNISA. She did the first year, hated every bit of it. She joined us, and now she's absolutely loving what she's doing. That's remarkable. The other remarkable thing is I've got a grade 11 student who joined us, and she's still in school. She's still in school, but she's studying the full stack Python with us. And that's incredible. I mean, that level of dedication and hard work that some of you guys put in is really great. Okay, so let's get right down to it. First and foremost, I want to give a big kudos to Azra for the videos that she tagged me in. Okay, I'm going to share the Instagram link. It's in the chat. Tell me if you guys can see it. The Instagram link to Azra's channel on Instagram. Go and look at those videos. The production quality of those videos is brilliant. It's absolutely beautiful. Guys, that's the type of thing that's going to get you noticed. And that's the kind of thing that I want to talk about today. Now, there's been some significant developments in my world that I want to share with you. And I'll get to the point of it. So the development is that this week alone, I got approached by three, not one, but 3 billion rand companies for me to work with them. 3, right? And they all want to work with me. And we're talking about potentially anything from 1 million to 6 million rand worth of deals here, probably even more. Now, how did this happen? Simple. All 3 came through via content that I put out. Now, you guys know I'm putting out a lot of content on social media, on TikTok, YouTube. And by the way, my podcast comes out every Fridays at 11 o'clock on YouTube. So just thought I'd mention that. Every Fridays on YouTube. So I put out all this content, and the content was picked up by somebody within those companies, who then escalated it to the top. And and now I'm in negotiations with these guys about these deals, which is incredible. It's super exciting. It's really super exciting for me and my team. It's a whole new opportunity for all of us. You're welcome, Azra. Keep up the good work. So how did it actually happen? Now I'll give you the one story, right? The one is a bank. So I put out a TikTok video which resonated with a young lady who works at the bank, and she happens to be in the marketing department. So she liked that video. She liked the fact that what I said resonated with her. And so she took that up to her manager, who took it up to his manager. And I met the senior manager yesterday, and they said, well, we want to get into a partnership with you. And on Monday, I'm meeting the CEO of the bank. How cool is that? Guys, none of this is because of my gray beard. None of it is because of my good looks. None of it is because of my years and years of knowledge and experience. It's all coming through content that I put out. And this is what you guys need to keep in mind. Now, how do you put out content? What content do you put out? I know this is something that all of you struggle with, but I want to share with you a book that I read, a brilliant book. I love this book. It was so interesting. And I want to share it with you, and I want to do just a brief review of this book. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I won't take long, I promise, and there will be enough time for you to ask your questions. But if you do have questions along the way, please put it into the chat box. I'm monitoring the chat as we speak. Okay. Let me start sharing my screen. Okay, are you guys seeing a slide that says show your work? Give me a thumbs up. Give me just a second. Just sorting out the... I see Dylan is having trouble staying connected. Hope it works out. But remember, as always, the video will be made available on YouTube. I'm not sure if you guys saw the YouTube, the last week's webinar uploaded onto YouTube. It's there. Okay. I didn't get a thumbs up. Are you guys not able to see book recommendation, show your work? It's a slide that I shared. Oh, you are seeing it. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, fantastic. Now, there's a quirk here with Zoom that I'm trying to actually work out, where it's not allowing me to see the chats on the same page as my slides. But anyways, let's get down into it. Right, this book, Show Your Work by Austin Kleon, is perfect for you guys, especially those of you who are starting out on a journey in life. And most of you, if not all of you, I understand, are starting off your journey with us. You are becoming pro entrepreneurs, pro software developers, Java, Python, React developers, and you want to get out into the world and make a success of it, right? So this book is the right book for you. It's a short read. You should read it in about 4 hours maximum. The audiobook is also available, so you can get the audiobook. But I strongly recommend this book. Now, this book has 10 chapters, right? And I like these chapters because it's not just something that the author brings out from theory. He gives practical example. And it resonates with me because it's something that I've always believed in, and I've built my career on these points here. Okay, so in chapter 1, he discusses probably the most important thing. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be an expert. Look, I'm an award-winning app developer, right? I've been doing this since 10 years old. So I've got these things, but there are people who are far ahead of me in their careers who didn't even who don't even have anywhere close to the experience that I have, simply because they were much better than me at putting out their content, at giving themselves exposure. You don't have to be experienced. You don't have to be a master. You don't have to be well into your journey. Even if you are starting your journey, this is the internet is there for you. It's an opportunity for you to start. That's the first. The second thing, the second chapter, also a very good point, is think about your process. Show people your process. You see what Azra and team did? They showed the process. An HTML table is just one of the most basic aspects of HTML, not to run it down, but for you, it's a big thing because that is your first step into HTML coding. So people like to see that progress. In the gym that I go to, there's a lady who started, my trainer was telling me about her. He trains her as well. She is, she really struggles when she comes there because she's had a life of not particularly, working out, and she really struggles. But what she does is she shares her struggles on social media. And what people love about it is the relatability, is the courage she's showing in starting, in doing the work, right? She's not not like my trainer who's like built like a brick house and tone and everything, but she's putting in the effort, and people love that. People want to see, and this is what I keep saying to you guys, companies love to see your process, the process of you starting out and your progression from complete newbie to becoming better and better. They love that. It's something, as this is my favorite quote from this chapter here. where Michael Jackson said, a lot of people are so used to just seeing the outcome of your work. But there's a lot of people who want to see the progress. They want to see your story. They want to see you develop. So throughout this year, show people that. Show people on social media, even if it's not videos, even if it's through still images, even if it's through blog posts, text, video, podcast, images. There's so much that you can do. If you think video is good for you, fine. If you're comfortable showing your face on video, fine. But if you like, my one cousin told me, I got the perfect face for radio. If you're one of those, then make a podcast, record it with your phone, right? So document and share your creative process. Just keep sharing, and don't forget to tag me and tag IT Varsity, because we want to share your work also. Number 3, in chapter 3, he says, share something small every day, right? You don't have to make big steps. A tiny bit of work, you learn something new, share it. Hey, today, you know what? I learned about this. Today I made this error and I learned this. People love that. There was a time when I posted an error, a coding error that I made and how I fixed it. And people loved that. This is what you need to do. Be consistent about it. In the next chapter, he speaks about opening up your cabinet of curiosities. What does it mean? So all of us have something that drives us, inspires us, something where we draw our inspiration from. For me, for example, as much as I'm in tech, I'm surrounded by tech constantly. My livelihood is tech. But my greatest inspiration comes when I'm not with tech, when I'm out in nature, when I'm taking a trail, or when I'm sitting at a beautiful coffee shop and sipping some delicious coffee, or when I'm taking a road trip. That's when my ideas and inspirations come. What works for you? Let us know. Let the world know. In chapter 5, he talks about telling good stories. We all love good stories. I started this webinar with a story about how, a true story about how these billion-rand companies want to deal with me now through the content. People love stories, right? So carry on telling your personal stories. Give me a second. The next one, chapter 6, he says, teach what you know. Now you might think, well, I've just only started learning HTML and I just only started learning to code. No worries. Don't stress that. I've got a book here somewhere. It used to be on my shelf, but I don't know where it's gone now. Let me just see if I can find it. Okay, I don't know where it is, but I'll show it to you guys at some stage. It's an A5 book of code that I wrote when I was 10 years old. So I was this kid that just started coding, and then I started making my own coding tutorials, handwritten coding tutorials in this little book. I must find it. I'm a bit concerned where it is, why it's not on my shelf anymore. So teach what you know, right? Teach somebody. You got a younger brother, younger sister, cousin, friend, neighbor, teach them what you know. Teaching reinforces your own understanding, because they'll ask you questions that will boggle you, and then you're going to have to go and do some research. Chapter 7, don't overdo it, right? Just be careful of that. When you over self-promote, then it becomes spammy. I'd say never promote yourself, never self-promote, because just the fact that you are putting out makes you stand head and shoulders above everyone else. Being out there is enough. That's what I'm trying to say. It'll get you noticed. You might not see it, they might not comment, but people are already admiring you. However, the downside to that, in chapter 8, the author speaks about learning to take a punch. There will be critics. There will be people who will try to pull you down. There will be trolls. I get lots of trolls. Pick on me, pick on my business, pick on everything, call us names, and we are scams, and I'm lost. And one guy said I'm a lost old man. I'm not that old. So don't worry about that. You forge ahead. It's your life, your career, your success. These people are usually not very successful people, right? So don't worry about them. Brace yourself for criticism and learn to enjoy it, learn to make the most of that criticism and laugh at it. In chapter 8, he talks about selling out. Now, this is a chapter called Sell Out that I don't really understand why he had to say this, right? Because the whole chapter is about trying to justify making money out of your art or making money out of your passion. I don't see what's wrong with that. I mean, I've turned my passion into my livelihood, which is what I'm doing with you guys, right? You guys are enrolled at IT Varsity, plus I'm mentoring you on a weekly basis. But I have to earn a living, right? If I didn't have to work for a living, if somebody came and offered me R1 billion for my business and allowed me to just be free to do what I love to do, guess what I would do? I would teach people to code, to earn a living through coding and technology. Basically, I would do exactly what I'm doing right now. But I have to work for a living. And so there's nothing wrong with making money out of this. So I don't really understand that chapter. I don't agree, but I think his message is right. Chapter 10 is very important, very, very important. It's where most people lose out. They quit. When things take time, they quit. They want it now, right? They want that delivery now. The phone, Uber Eats, the delivery must be here, the delivery is there. But in life, when it comes to your career, when it comes to social media, when it comes to being an influencer, when it comes to putting out content, it takes time. You have to understand that. And you need to be committed. You need to stick with it, right? You need to stick with it. And in time, you will see the rewards. I've been doing this content thing since 2014 or 2015. And only now I'm seeing the influx of people. It's just, for certain people, it takes longer. For others, it's quicker, but don't regret, think about the future you of 5 years from now. You want that future you to come back in time and thank you, not come back in time and want to kick your butt because you didn't start. You want that person to come and thank you, right? Watch the movie Back to the Future if you haven't. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, where Marty McFly goes back in time and changes his whole past, his parents' past, and comes back. Now you got an opportunity now to make that change for the future you. In chapter 11, I love this chapter. He says in the conclusion, geography is no longer our master. In other words, we are not bound by any geographic location. This is the digital age. You can be anywhere in the world. You can be on a mountain in the Drakensberg and doing work for people in San Francisco and Bangalore and Istanbul, because that's the world we are living in now. Isn't that incredible? I'm in Durban, in Glenwood, in Durban. I don't know where you guys are, which part of the world you are, but here we are having a conversation as if we are in the same room. The beauty of technology. Okay, with those few words, I will conclude. And once again, I highly, highly recommend this book. Get hold of it, read it, and it will put you on the path towards career success. Remember that. And I keep saying that to you guys. Yes, you are learning the skills, but show your work. Show the skills that you are building, and make sure the world knows that you're out there and that you exist. The old days of sending out CVs and hoping somebody picks up your CV, those are gone. This is the digital age, right? And you got the power, and I'm placing the power in your hands. And you know what's the best part? The best part is that I'm not somebody telling you all this from theory. I'm telling you as a person who runs his entire business on social media through the content that I put out. I often say, I might have told you guys this, our marketing budget at IT Varsity is zero. We don't go out to schools and do school visits. We don't put out posts, adverts. We don't even have a physical brochure. I mean, these paper brochures, we don't even have that. We don't do any of that. Our clients only come to us because they built up trust with us through my social media content, and we are happy with that. We are happy to never ever go out to schools and do, spammy, scammy things and give people pens and pencils. I'm not saying that's wrong, but other institutes do that. We don't. Okay, I shall now stop speaking, and it's time for you to speak and ask me questions. Let's go. Question time. Comments, questions, reviews. What did you eat for breakfast today? Do you like coffee? Taking time to process. No questions? Anybody wants to unmute their microphone and ask a question? Okay, here's a question from Siham. Struggling with fear of being judged because of advanced age. Huh. If you don't mind my asking, Siham, how old are you? 150? 165? 47. That's not advanced age. I'm 49. You just insulted me. I mean, imagine me. I mean, I started going to the gym this year. Me walking into the gym with all these beautiful, young, muscular people, and along comes this dude with the gray hair and the gray beard, the nice puffy little tummy. Don't worry about that. You are as old as you feel you are. Focus, just focus. Yeah, everyone is going to say those things, Siham. Everyone is going to say, the whole world is going to try and bring you down, put you down. But it's your life, man. I think you should, and I know this is easier said than done, but I've learned over the years to not worry about people's opinions. Really, people's opinions are like the grass in the wind. Today it's this way, and then next minute it's that way. Don't listen to that. But what you could do, and this is something that works for me, is meditate. Right? Spend a time every day, about 20 minutes, just sitting in one place. Go to a quiet place, your bedroom or a mosque or a church or a temple, and just relax there and just think about you, who you are, and what you want in life, and leave everyone else. Just ignore them. They are just jealous of your progress. You see, people are not evil, but they tend to do evil things because of their natural fears, right? If somebody sees there's this guy who's older than me, who's making this progress, they get intimidated. No, I can't let this guy progress. He's older than me, much older. So they'll try to pull you down. Or even people your age or younger than you, they get intimidated. So don't look down on those who are pulling you down. Just know that they are intimidated by you. It happens all the time. Okay, more questions coming in. Okay, some beautiful words from Azra there. On the group, there are a few people around your age. So don't worry about it. That age is not important. So Azra says, is it possible to get the webinar link every week email? Azra, we are posting it. Say within the next 2 hours, it will be posted onto IT Varsity's YouTube channel. So if you don't mind, find it then. Subscribe to YouTube, to IT Varsity on YouTube also. We got a very small subscriber base on YouTube. We could do with every single one of you subscribing to us. Jordash says, my course is absolutely amazing, really enjoying it and learning more every day. Thank you, Jordash. Thank you. I love positive comments, but I also love negative comments. If there's anything at all that you are unhappy with, any experience we have with us, I'm not saying we are perfect. We are a small organization. We will make mistakes, but we're always trying to get better. So let me know if there's anything you are unhappy with. I will make sure that these things are addressed with my team. And trust me, my team might not be perfect, but they have your best interest at heart. And they've been selected. I handpicked everyone. Most of my team, all of my team are actually my graduates. These are my mentees. These are people who I personally graduate. These are IT Varsity graduates. So everyone, almost everyone you're speaking to is an IT Varsity graduate, right? Okay, Siham, any advice or books on time management? Okay, first and foremost, Siham, I don't believe in the concept of time management. I believe that time management is only a part of a bigger puzzle, right? And this is obviously a topic for another day. In fact, I'll be making a TikTok series on time management. I actually, it's in my topics for March, I think. But in a nutshell, see, the best way to maximize your time is to have a time for everything. Now, let me give you an example, right? Just as in our homes, we have a place for everything, right? There's the drawer where your cutlery stays, and inside the drawer, there are sections where the spoon stays. If you go to your cupboard in your bedroom, there's drawers for everything. With time, it needs to be the same. If you don't set a time for the prioritized things that you need to do and a place for it, trust me, it will never happen. So, for example, my gym trainer needs me to be at the gym every Monday and Wednesday at 1 o'clock. No questions, no excuses. You be there at 1 o'clock. He's 23, by the way. I'm 49. So there's quite a age gap there. He's the same age as my youngest son. So in terms of your work, your studies, your family time, entertainment time, Netflix time, or Amazon Prime, whatever you prefer, have it, make a timetable. My day is dictated by my time. I wake at 5 in the morning and my day continues. And because everything has its time and place, there's no stress in my life. There's no stress. So keep that in mind, right? That's the best advice you'll get on time. And also place, right? When I walk into the gym, my mindset shifts, right? For some reason, I just can't work out like I work out in the gym. So when you are studying, reading, have your place, your studying place, your reading place. When you walk in there, your mind automatically shifts gears. You shift into learning gear, studying gear. Work also, I mean, those who work from home, I always say to people, don't work from your dining table because you're just going to get a disturbance. Even if you have to convert a part of your garage into your study place, close it up, reverse your car out, close it up, work in there, you'll be much better off. Azra says, some of the videos is a bit soft, but I'm not sure if it's a problem on my side, but I came across a video where the audio was quite soft. Azra, thanks for that. I'll get the tech guys to have a look at it. Maybe it needs to be, the sound needs to be amplified. Okay, we are reviewing all the videos. I'll have a look at them and I'll give you some, I'll get them to fix it. So Jodash says, my laptop does not, or does allow me to download PowerPoint. I have an app called Open Document Presentation. Is that fine to use and submit? Yes, yes, yes. It's perfectly fine. There's Open Office. There's actually a number of tools you can use. We're not particular about PowerPoint. It's just that make sure that we are able to open it on our side. You don't upset your grader because they're grading you. So make sure that they are able to open it. Okay, guys, we've gone 11:31. Siham says, Shukran for all advice and inspiration. For those of you who don't understand the meaning of Shukran, it means thank you in Arabic and I think in Urdu also. So you guys are more than welcome. like I say, I'm available during the week. Drop me an email, ask me your questions. And if there's anything in particular you want me to cover, look, I've got my topics that I'm going to be discussing with you. We're going to get into some hectic tech stuff, right? Like algorithms and artificial intelligence and data structures and things. We will be talking about those things. But what's more important is what you guys are, what you need to hear. Jodash says, yes, it has all those open apps. So I was concerned. Yep, no concern. IT Varsity is like that. You're using any technology you're using, it works for us. As long as you let us know, or you maybe convert it to PDF and send it to us. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop here. I have to jump into another engagement. And like I said, you guys are more than welcome. All I want to see is that you guys must succeed in work and in life. So hang in there, work hard, and you will get there. Thanks a lot, guys.